Michael Myers, one of the most prolific supernatural serial killers in motion picture history. After conducting a thorough paranormal investigation, we have discovered the shocking truth that a deranged superhuman serial killer exists, which was the basis for the Truth, and suppresses any media from reporting on the facts for many reasons, including the prevention of public panic. Virtually all evidence related to the real Michael Myers has vanished into thin air. The serial killer's real name was Stanley Stiers, and much of his original killing spree took place in 1920s Iowa rather than 1970s Illinois. Quite a bit of the Halloween franchise was fictional for the most part, particularly the explanation for his seemingly supernatural strength, endurance, and stealth, along with his refusal to die. Halloween 6 seems to indicate that his powers are the result of some druid curse of Thorn. In reality, Stanley's dark journey into living, diabolical damnation began as a child, deeply abused by both his often drunk parents after they found out he was not their biological child. Their real child was taken home by another couple, and all three died in a car crash on the way home from the hospital. It was found out later a malevolent nurse would switch babies in the nursery just for kicks. The nurse was in jail for a time, but once she got out she was later killed by Stanley. Stan's abusive adopted parents had another baby, a girl named Susie, who they purposely treated like a princess. She later became abusive toward Stanley as well. On Halloween Eve, 1923, 11-year-old Stanley was told once again he would not be allowed to trick-or-treat the next night. For his entire childhood he was not allowed to trick-or-treat, yet his sister was. Hours after his sister got home from a Halloween party, Stanley finally snapped at midnight, whipped out a butcher knife, and took down everyone in the house, including the family dog Mr. Snookers, who was known as the terror of the neighborhood. It's unknown what Stiers did for most of Halloween Day, but that night he went trick-or-treating for the first time. Amid the costume chaos, he killed a number of his bullying classmates, some much older and bigger than him as well. In one instance he invaded the home of a classmate, taking out the entire family single-handedly. Survivors say he had superhuman strength, as he tossed full-grown men around like rag dolls before impaling them with his big butcher knife. Stan was captured at sunrise the next day when he was found gleefully eating candy on a swing at the school playground. Federal agents promptly swooped in to scurry him away to a secret mental institution for further study while suppressing all records of the Halloween night events. The government wanted to figure out what could cause a kid to commit such heinous acts. Plenty of kids had been horrifically abused, but none had done anything remotely like Stanley at the time. For 13 years they looked into what made him tick. Demonic possession was immediately ruled out. After being a paranormal lab rat, there was no evidence of the supernatural. Then on Halloween night 1936, at the age of 24, he snapped again when some orderlies harassed him. He repaid their idiocy by snapping their necks. At 6'4" weighing in at 260 pounds, his supernatural strength made more sense. However, now his strength was even more phenomenal, culminating in the parking lot where he lifted a car above his head to take out some federal agents standing in his way. And that was after they blasted him with several rounds of bullets. Stanley was never recaptured, and reports of his continued murders still pop up across the country. One as recently as Halloween 2013 in Mexico City. Stiers apparently will only travel on foot, and all his slayings have been on North American soil. Clearly at age 102 he should not be able to be such a hellish killie.